Good morning. Michelle Peterson, District 5 Trustee. It is my honor to nominate Phil Haugen to the Modern Area Rodeo. Phil has been very instrumental in our family's rodeo career and horses. Our kids, Garrett and Sydney, have attended many of Phil's breakaway, tie-down, horsemanship clinics over the years, sometimes even being the youngest ones there. In addition, we have purchased over 5 performance horses from him in his program. He has brought to us education, experience. He's spent time with our kids one-on-one, in person, over the phone, or watching their videos. But most of all, he became their friend and their mentor. I'd like to introduce his niece, Lizzy Murphy Pelton, for remaining remarks.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to come today to celebrate all these talented individuals. I am honored to be here to stand up for my wonderful Uncle Phil Haugen. Phil is the definition of a true cowboy, has lived his entire life honoring the cowboy way. Phil started off his career breaking ponies in Williston, North Dakota, and has pretty much spent every day since on the back of a horse. He has dedicated his life to horses, rodeo, and most importantly, his family. Throughout his career, he won a North Dakota High School Rodeo Association all-around and calf roping title, qualified for the National High School Finals in 4 events over 3 different years. He was the NDRA All-Around Cowboy twice, made the Badlands Circuit Finals in calf roping, team roping, and broncs, and has been a PRCA member for 36 years. He won the Linderman Award in 1989, and to this day, still remains the only cowboy to receive this prestigious award. These are just a few of Phil's incredible accomplishments. One of Phil's lifelong friends, J.D. Krause, who was a 2-time NFR qualifier and was coached by Phil while he attended college at Weatherford, Oklahoma, has some inspirational words to say about him. Phil is an all-cowboy, a true hand on both ends of the arena. He taught me so much about attitude and winning. To this day, Phil is the most positive guy I have ever traveled with. He could ride broncs, rope calves, team rope, bulldog, and Dr. Wheat pasture on a green colt. He's always been a great horseman and has devoted his life to being the best. More importantly to me is that he is a great man. I was around him a lot when his daughter Hannah was a young girl, and I can tell you that above all his accomplishments in the rodeo arena, he has always made his family a priority, and for that I hold him in a very high regard. J.D. Krause. Another well-known cowboy that we all know and love, Wayne Herman. He wanted me to share a letter he wrote about Phil as he couldn't be here today. I met Phil at a rodeo Bible camp in Medora, North Dakota in 1979 or 1980 when I was about 14 years old. He was a young kid learning to ride and rope who quickly became my friend. We have kept in touch over the many years, and he has been the same Phil from the first day we met until today. A truly honest, trustworthy cowboy who's quick with a smile and always a pleasure to be around. The kind of man that I would buy a horse from without seeing it, or do any kind of business on a handshake. He's the kind that makes me proud to call him my friend, and also is the kind of man we are proud to say is a cowboy from North Dakota. Phil could ride broncs and rope calves with the best, all the way to the highest level. Good enough to win the Linderman Award, which takes a true cowboy who can win it at both ends of the arena. Phil can also train a horse as well as anyone, and he continues to teach the next generation how to be a cowboy and a true horseman. Phil Haugen is also the kind of man that you want to marry your daughter and raise your grandkids. I believe that Phil Haugen is definitely deserving of an induction into the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. Wayne Herman. Last summer, Phil was back in North Dakota for most of the month in June putting on clinics and mainly helping me remember how to rope and ride again. I decided to crack back out again and hadn't picked up a rope in about 10 years. Let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. Just to give you a little insight, during practice one night, my sister Emily started singing the song, "The old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be." If that gives you any perspective at all of how well it was going. Phil was there by my side and stuck with me through some trying times. He's always focused on the positive and built me up every run. He didn't treat me like that old gray mare and believed in me. He kept telling me that the small victories will lead to big wins. Just keep working harder than everyone else and it will pay off, he would say. After a few tears, lots of practice and patience, 3 months later I won my first big check. You would have thought I won a round at the NFR. The first person I texted was Phil, as he's always been a phone call away to celebrate my wins. It was a big day and a victory for both of us. My dreams have always been his, and he has always taken the time to make me feel important. His support gave me the confidence to enter the first ever breakaway roping at Cheyenne Frontier Days last July. Phil actually had 2 of his best horses entered in that event. Quite an accomplishment. I could see in his eyes that all of his hard work and patience had finally paid off. He was getting to watch his niece and daughter rope calves at the daddy of them all, on 2 horses that he raised and trained. It was quite an emotional day and one we will never forget. It goes back to those words of wisdom, small victories, and hard work pay off. I have witnessed Phil living these words of wisdom in every aspect of his life. His record of incredible horses that travel the rodeo trail are proof of his skilled horsemanship. He has had many horses win all-around championships. Joe Beaver rode a horse named Murphy at the NFR that he trained in the calf roping. He started Donna K. Rule's horse, High Valor, as a 2-year-old who performed at the NFR this past December. And he has trained multiple horses that are now traveling the NDRA and Rodeo Association Trail. It makes me proud to see that quarter circle H-bar brand on the left hip making so many dreams come true. His stamp on rodeo and the cowboy way of life started in North Dakota and now spans across many states. He has impacted more lives than most and continues to represent what it means to be a great horseman. To me, Phil's greatest accomplishment is the impact he has made during the countless hours as he has spent mentoring our youth in this sport. Phil has put on horsemanship and roping clinics throughout the past 20 years and continues to shape the future of rodeo. He will return to North Dakota in April to put on a roping school in Bowman with guest instructor Kelsey Chase. People are attending of all ages, and I can tell you that Phil will have an impact on them for the rest of their lives. I'm not sure if any of you follow Phil's social media page or listen to his podcast, but he is a great representative for the sport of rodeo and always has some inspirational words of wisdom. He made a post the other day on the Phil Haugen horsemanship page that said, "Love the animal first and the sport second." I have always admired Phil for the time that he spent on caring for his animals. Even his barn cats get the best of the best treatment and sometimes make the Facebook videos. His animals have always come first, and if you have ever had the privilege of owning one of his horses, you will quickly realize the time and energy that he has invested into training and, most importantly, their health. Phil has always been a source of strength and wisdom for me. He sent me a text last year on Mother's Day that said, "Happy Mother's Day, Liz. You are a great mom. I love you and can't wait to see you." I am telling you these personal stories to give you just a glimpse of who Phil Haugen truly is. I bet you all wish you kind of had an uncle like mine. I wanted to mention Phil's wonderful wife, Bridget, and 2 children, Hannah and Wade. They are a true testament to the family-oriented man that Phil has strived to be. His family always came first. No fame or fortune could ever change that, and that's what I love most about you, Phil. Your loyalty, faith, kindness, and uplifting attitude is a gift to us all. I'm so proud to stand up here today and recognize you for a change. In closing, I wanted to congratulate all of the other nominees, and I wish you all the best. Phil, we are proud of you, and no matter what happens, you will always be inducted into the Cowboy Hall of Fame of my heart. I love you.